Hello, and welcome to the channel, Bible Reflections. Ancient Truth, Living Hope. Welcome back to our journey through Exodus, Episode 2, I Am Has Sent Me, Exodus 3 through 7. In our last episode, we left a baby floating in a basket on the Nile, saved by an Egyptian princess. That baby was Moses. Now, years later, Moses has fled Egypt after defending a Hebrew slave. He's a fugitive, a shepherd in the quiet wilderness of Midian, far from the power and prestige of his upbringing. His past is a ghost, his future uncertain. Imagine the solitude, the vast, silent landscapes, shaping him, preparing him for a destiny he could never have foreseen. The once prince of Egypt is now a humble shepherd, seemingly forgotten by the world. One day, while tending his flock near Mount Horeb, something extraordinary happens. Moses sees a bush ablaze with fire, yet it isn't burning up. The leaves aren't turning to ash. The branches aren't charring. It's a paradox, a divine spectacle meant to capture his attention. Drawn by curiosity, he steps closer. As he does, a voice calls out from the flames, "Moses, Moses, Moses." It's the voice of God. He is instructed, "Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground." In that moment, the ordinary wilderness becomes a sanctuary. The mundane becomes magnificent. Moses hides his face, afraid to look upon God. This isn't just a voice. It's the God of his ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God has seen the suffering of the Israelites in Egypt. He has heard their cries, and now he is ready to act. But he won't act alone. He chooses this runaway shepherd. But Moses, overwhelmed, asks a question that echoes through eternity. Suppose I go to the Israelites and say to them, "The God of your fathers has sent me to you," and they ask me, "What is his name?" Then what shall I tell them? God's reply is one of the most profound statements in all of Scripture. I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you. Not a name that defines, but a name that is. The eternal, self-existent, ever-present reality. With this powerful revelation, God gives Moses his mission. So now, go. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. Moses is hesitant, full of self-doubt. Who is he to confront the most powerful ruler on earth? He makes excuses. He's not a good speaker. They won't believe him. But God is patient, providing answers and signs to bolster his faith. This is a crucial lesson. God doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called. He chose a shepherd with a staff, a fugitive with a stutter, to be his instrument of liberation. It's a testament that our weaknesses are often the very canvas on which God paints his greatest strengths. So Moses, along with his brother Aaron, returns to the land he fled. They stand before the mighty Pharaoh, in the heart of Egyptian power. The contrast is stark. Two humble Hebrew men before a monarch who considers himself a god. Their message is simple and direct, delivered on behalf of the Lord. Let my people go. Pharaoh's response is pure arrogance and defiance. Who is the Lord, that I should obey him and let Israel go? I do not know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go. The battle lines are drawn. It's not just a contest between Moses and Pharaoh. It's a confrontation between the God of Israel and the gods of Egypt. To prove their divine authority, Aaron throws down his staff, and it transforms into a serpent. A startling miracle. But Pharaoh is unimpressed. He summons his own sorcerers, who, through their secret arts, replicate the feat. For a moment, it seems like a standoff. But then, a display of superior power. Aaron's serpent staff swallows the serpents of the magicians. It's a clear sign, a foreshadowing of the events to come. The power of Egypt, though impressive, is no match for the power of the one true God. Yet, Pharaoh's heart remains hard. He refuses to listen. This initial confrontation is just the beginning. The stage is set for a series of dramatic events that will demonstrate God's sovereignty and bring an empire to its knees. Think about the moments in our own lives when we feel like Moses in the wilderness. Lost, insignificant, far from our purpose. We might not see a burning bush, but God still speaks. He speaks through his word, through the quiet whispers in our hearts, through the people he places in our path. He calls us out of our comfort zones and into missions that seem too big for us. Like Moses, we are often filled with doubt. We list our inadequacies, our fears, our reasons why we can't. But the story of Moses reminds us that it's not about our ability, but our availability. It's about trusting the great I Am who sends us. What is Egypt in your life? What systems of oppression, fear, or bondage hold you or others captive. The confrontation with Pharaoh teaches us that standing for truth often means facing powerful opposition. The world may scoff and harden its heart, but the sign of the staff shows that God's power is ultimately supreme. It might not happen instantly, but his purposes will prevail. This story isn't just ancient history. It's an invitation to trust, to obey, and to participate in God's ongoing work of liberation and redemption through Jesus Christ in the world today. Pharaoh's hardened heart only sets the stage for a greater display of God's power. The 10 plagues are coming. What will it take to break the will of this stubborn king and set God's people free? Join us next time as we witness the mighty acts that will shake the foundations of Egypt and pave the way for freedom. If this story inspires you, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter of this incredible journey. This story is from the Bible. You can read the full story in the book of Exodus. Thanks for watching.